Let us see how to do pivoting with Canvas. So first let us cover the lab setup. So we have three machines over here. One is a Windows XP computer. The other one is our Canvas. And the other one is a Metasploitable VM. So if you go to the XP settings and look at the network adapters, you can see it has two network adapters. And let's go to start, command prompt, and type ipconfig, and you can see it's returning two ranges of IP address. One is 192.168.56.103 and the other one is 172.16.3.103. And if you go to Canvas, you can see it contains only one network adapter, which is VirtualBox host adapter. And if you go to terminal and type ifconfig, you can see the IP address is 192.168.56.102. So if you go to Metasploitable and see the settings, you can see it contains again only one adapter, but the adapter over here is VirtualBox host only Ethernet adapter number 2, which is not the same as what we saw in Canvas. So let's give OK. Go to the VM and type ifconfig, and you can see the IP address is in the 172 range, which is 172.16.3.100. So let's go to Canvas and clear the screen. Let's give ping and try to ping this IP address 172.116.3.100, and you can see it's saying network is unreachable because this is not in the same network as this IP address. But if you try to ping the XP machine, which is in the 192 range, in which Canvas belongs to, the ping will be successful. Like we're going to see over here, 192.168.56.103-C1, which is pinging once. And you can see there is a reply back. That means it's able to connect to that IP address. So you can see over here that if you try to ping the IP address of XP but in the 172 range, that is 172.16.3.103, you can see it's saying network is unreachable because that section of XP it cannot access. So let's go to our XP machine and give ping 172, and let's just get the IP address 16.3.100. So 16.3.100, and you can see there is a reply back, and you sent 4 and you received back 4, and there has been a 0% loss. So let's see how we're going to first hack into the first machine, which is the XP machine, which is accessible from the attacker's machine. So let's go to Canvas and go to terminal and run Canvas. So it's starting, it's saying all dependencies found, and GUI is opened up, and you can see we're going to use a client-side attack. We're going to Windows, and we're going to be using one of the Acrobat exploits, which is a PDF exploit, and you can see the versions affected is these versions given over here. So we're going to set the current target as our own IP address because that's what we're going to be using for the callback. So let's just open this up, and we're going to give the location, and first is the source PDF, which can be any PDF that you want. So this PDF will contain that data, and the destination PDF, which is going to be the one with the exploit. So let's go to the home folder, and now let's go to the shared drive, and you can see the temp.pdf has been put there. So in a normal scenario, an attacker would probably email this or message this or send it through some other way to the victim. But here, for simplicity's sake, we're just gonna put it in the shared drive and run it, which is shared with XP, and run it over here. So let's just copy that to our machine, and you can see this is a vulnerable version of Acrobat Reader is installed, and the exploit has run, and you can see here listener has opened up. So this is the XP machine which has been compromised, and you can see over here right now it's having 3 different IPs. So we're gonna use the 172.16.3.103, and we're gonna set that as the callback interface. So you can see the current callback has been changed, and we're gonna use an ARP scanner. So we're gonna search for that. So this is gonna find all hosts in the local network interface using a brute force ARP scan. So we're just gonna give OK, and this is gonna find the different IP addresses in that network. So you can see the ARP scan is done, and you can see it's saying it has found some hosts. So 103, 100 and 1, so we can just ignore that. So you can see there is an IP address 172.16.3.100. So now that we know this, we can try to attack that. So that will be in the preventing section we're going to be seeing now. So we're going to set the target host as the new computer that we found, which is 100, and we're going to first do a port scan of that computer. So let's open up the port scanner, and we're going to give this scan with a limited port range, and we're going to give OK. Port scan is running, and you can see it's saying it's done. So let's look at the result. You can see it's saying it has found these ports which are open. So 80 is open. So let us try to attack that. So first let's find the OS of this machine. So let's run the OS detect. So we're going to give the host, and we're going to give ignore previous findings and give OK. So it's doing the scan, and it has found that it is a Linux Ubuntu computer, and you can see it is looking at a web server header, and it's saying it is PHP 5.2.4 running on Ubuntu. So this is the final result. So let's close this. We're going to try to use a PHP exploit, so just search for that, and we're going to try this PHP CGI remote exploit. So this will work on all PHPs lesser than 5.4, which is what we saw in this case. So let me just show you that. So the version is 5.2, and all versions less than 5.4 are vulnerable. So this might work. So let's double click on the exploit, and we're going to give the host, which is 172.16.3.100, and hit OK. So it's trying to set up the exploit, and it's running the exploit right now. So you can see we got a listener back, and this is the Linux computer which is not directly accessible to us, which has been compromised through the Windows XP machine. So let's try to run some commands. Who am I? So the result is www-data. So if you try to find the directory, so it's run the whoami command, but there's an error with the last command that we ran. So let's give that again, and it's listing all the files in the directory. And let's see the contents of the etc/password file, and you can see the result over here. So this is the limited user, but you can now use this to elevate your privileges using some local exploits or some other vulnerability that you find in this system.